First of all, we're calling it simplification, not deregulation, simply because we have realized that we've made things unworkable for a number of our companies. And we don't want them to come here and lose them all, so to be clear. The reality is, however, that only around 15% of our AI graduates stay in Europe. The rest come here. We want them to come back because the simple reason is that the AI development is going to happen whether we do anything or not. So the decision that we took on an EU level is that we should create a framework which identifies abuse. We were still are particularly worried about in manipulation of voter behavior, impersonation, complete takeover of a political narrative online with the social media onslaught that we face. But neither should we ignore the fact that technologically AI can revolutionize the way we teach, our healthcare systems, our banking systems, etc. So the framework is also being adopted here to a certain extent in terms of practice. So we see that as a good thing, as long as we don't end up being, let's say, handcuffing ourselves into developing further. So we see that framework as a positive thing. The UK has looked into what we're doing. Some of the actors here are doing that, Australia, New Zealand as well. What we don't want, however, is to make sure that, we create a framework and then we lose out. That's a reality. Now, social media is not real life. Can I say that? It is particularly hard. My mother still reads all the comments for her underneath every single post I upload. It is almost impossible. I have no idea why she does that, but she does. And it's pretty hard for her. So I would just say, go on. Just believe in yourself. And don't ignore, counter the narrative, and you will get through. And you'll be surprised that most of the counter narrative and the propaganda is not real. Okay, just don't give up on that. It took me a long time to learn that, but it's such a small percentage. Tony Blair once said, it's 1% of and he said it in our parliament, 1% of the UK population is online and writing nasty comments, but 1% is 650,000 people. That's a pretty lot of people to comment under your post. So just put that into context, okay? And keep shouting out at them. Just keep on. Don't worry. I see I cannot say it's healthy. It's a very different narrative here, also young people, how they engage. It's quite difficult. But also my kids show it to me, how different it is also from here to Europe. But it's louder and you have a conversation, which sometimes we don't have enough of in Europe, especially when it comes to an anti-Ukrainian narrative that is manufactured. We will fight it back.